Hi, friend. My name is Marcus Lapp. I am a speech coach, former stutterer, and founder of SpeakYourMindMethod.com. And so, this video I'm excited about in particular because the sort of inception of how this video is being created, it started with a comment from one of you guys on YouTube, and it sparked the idea for this. And so, finally, a few months later, I'm here ready to talk about it. So here's what happened. Here's the backstory. A few months ago, I got a comment on YouTube under one of my videos that looked like this. So this person said, "This video is perfect for me. My current strategy," I think that's what they mean, their strategy is similar to this, but for stop, I usually say something like "whoa" or "holy cow," then smile, and it makes the people I'm talking to kind of laugh, which gives me time to rethink my sentences and relieves the pressure. Need to work on the word stretching though. So that method, that strategy of saying whoa or wow or holy cow, when you find yourself already stuttering, like it's already become obvious and the tension is kind of built up and the discomfort in the room and you can feel it. I saw that comment and I guess this is my own fault. I didn't think too deeply about it, but I saw it and I was like, that's interesting. I kind of like that. I think I like that. But it didn't quite register to the point where I then kept thinking about it. Kind of went on the back burner. I didn't think about it much after that, and I went on with my life. But then a few days ago, or at least this is probably a month ago now, I pulled into a gas station. And I went into it knowing that in this particular time, I was going to pay cash, which means I was going to have to go inside the store and tell them that I want to pay, this many dollars at this pump. So you have to speak. And I think because of that, as I was pulling into this gas station, I felt almost this echo of a past life, that just this slight echo of a feeling, like this deja vu kind of moment where I was like, oh, I've been here before. This is what it felt like when I was stuttering, when I was a teenager, when I would try to go get gas with cash. I would feel this anxiety. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, I had that deja vu, like I reconnected to that. And so one, I was kind of annoyed. I was like, why? Like, I shouldn't be anxious or anticipate at all. And it was very small. It wasn't bad, but it was like just one of those moments, right? Where that old habit tried to sneak in the back door a little bit. So what happened? I'm walking in, and for some reason, that idea that I guess had just been percolating and slowly dripping its way into my brain, that idea that started with that comment from a few months before, all of a sudden I was reminded of that as I was walking in. And I realized, and I had this thought like, oh yeah, if I get stuck in a very obvious way, you know what I can do? I can stop and I can say, wow, okay, it's been a rough day. Let me restart that. What I want is $30 gas on pump 14. So that sort of action, that expression of saying something like wow or whoa, kind of like you're taken aback, it works in specific situations where you are stuttering in such an obvious way already that you feel like you've already lost that particular moment anyway. So there's not a whole lot of gaining it back, and so you feel like you're starting to push through that wall unsuccessfully. Maybe, if it's in a public, like a gas station, the person will look at you a little bit sideways or weird, and maybe you can start to feel that discomfort in the room. I'm telling you, if you can use this, have this on the back burner, have this there as an option where if that happens, remember that you can stop and you can just melt the tension by saying something like, wow, God, what I want, a little laugh like that can really help kind of ease you up as well. Now, before I forget to finish my story, did I need to do that in that instance? No. Turns out I was completely fine, and there was no need for the anxiety or the anticipation, the very small or the hint, the deja vu of it that was there. There was no need for it to be there because I ended up being completely fluent. But that really was a light bulb moment. And I realized, oh, this is a great tool. This really works. And not only did I know it intuitively that it works, just even though I hadn't used it then, but I can remember specific instances where I did intuitively use it without having a name for it, where I would, be stuttering a bit kind of unexpectedly, because that's kind of how it is at this point. If I'm truly stuck in a stutter, which is quite rare, it can still happen from time to time. But if it happens, it's almost so surprising to me that I just instinctively will be like, wow, okay, that sort of expression. And so that is what I call the wow tool. This could be thought of as like an emergency tool. This obviously isn't the kind of tool that you can just use all the time, because it wears out its welcome very quickly. And it's for, when you're at a specific stage, because if you're at a stage where you're stuttering quite a lot, then you just, you can maybe use it one time, but then after that, if you're speaking with the same people, it's gonna, as I said, it'll wear out its welcome very quickly, and it'll no longer will it release the tension anymore like it would if you just used it the one time. So you definitely need to pick your spots with it. But as far as having an option and having this tool that's within your grasp that you can always access when you feel particularly stressed, or all of a sudden maybe you have a little deja vu moment like I did, pulling into a gas station and paying with cash, then it gives you that option that you don't have to stay stuck, and you can kind of own it. You can kind of just, again, melt the tension in the room away. And, it's not like you're doing it. This is what I love about it too. This wow tool, when you implement it, it's not like you're showing insecurity or being like, oh no, I'm sorry that I'm stuttering. It's none of that. It's very confident. You're owning it because it's already out in the open anyway. We're not talking about small little barely observable stutters that you need to use this tool for. You don't need it for that. We're talking about you're truly stuck. The person you're talking to has clearly noticed that something's wrong, that you're truly stuck. And that's when you can bring it out and own it confidently and just be like, wow, or whoa, oh man, it's been a rough day. That kind of thing. And it can just work brilliantly. All right, so go try this out. Many, many thanks for real to this person who commented. What is this username? Crispy Aim Assist. Seriously, thank you so much for leaving that comment. It really planted that seed that then sprouted here a few months later. And it's just, I love having this on the back burner for those, rare moments now, but, they might still try to pop up. Because it was a habit that I had for a long time. So to try to, squash it completely is almost impossible. So there might still be instances where I can use it. And so I keep it, in my back pocket at all times. And I think you should do the same, at least experiment with it and tell me what you think in a comment below. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to dive deeper into my method and you want to get a real step-by-step plan, go check out my free Stop Stuttering workshop. I'll leave a link in the description below. This is a brand new version of this that's fully updated. It's an hour-long in-depth. This is basically a free course that I'm giving you to go and get yourself a system and a plan and a daily routine and all of those amazing things for your speech. Link in the description. It's 100% free. Or you can go to speakyourmindmethod.com and check it out there as well. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.